Hey guys, it's Will. So as I said in a previous sketchbook update video, I found a whole horde of sketchbooks here, and I've organized them in order of year. With the most recent over there, that's 2016, though it's also not including the ones I've already shown, already filmed, or put into storage for one reason or another. Most of those I've either already shown you or I'm going to show you soon because I've already recorded that. But yeah, this is my sketchbook horde as far as I can find all the way back to 2013. So over the next few videos, I'm probably going to go through this pile and show you some of my stuff. And that's what we're going to do today, and we are going to start with the 2013 pile. Now, I'm not going to do all of these piles in one video, nor am I going to do every single sketchbook in one pile in one video, but I'm also probably not going to separate it out too much. This is the 2015 pile, and it has 11 sketchbooks in it though, so that will have to be a bit of an ordeal to get through. But yeah, I figured I would go through these because especially the pile over there are very thin sketchbooks, and we can go through multiples of those in one video. So yeah, I'm going to quickly cut and then we will be back with the 2013 sketchbook pile. Alright, and we're back, and I have organized this pile in order of oldest on the top to newest at the bottom, so we can start with the oldest art and slowly get less cringeworthy as we go on, I suppose. I'm gonna put this pile off to the side here. Now, as I said earlier, these sketchbooks are actually pretty thin, and this is mostly because back around when I was doing these sketchbooks for the first time, I would tear out finished pages so I could scan them because I wasn't very good at scanning at the time and I couldn't figure out how to do it without just ripping the page out of the notebook. So most of these are actually not my finished work. They are literally sketches that were never finished and I left in here. So according to this, I started this early 2013 and ended mid 2013. I was not dating things at this time, so I only have a rough estimate of when this was, as opposed to an actual date. But yeah, I have a general idea, so let's go with that. I remember this part was a magical boy based thing with OCs that I did eventually reuse and repurpose. These were old OCs that I had with my friend, and these were her two OCs, Oscar and Salem, and that was their grandfather, and he was mine. This is one of the, not first, because I had him for a while, but this is ZZ. He was one of my first OCs that I really, really enjoyed drawing a lot. And this was sort of the progression of his hair through the years, and it just keeps changing except for the two black streaks coming from the middle of his head. He actually has white hair with the black streaks, which I thought was cool, and I honestly still think is cool because I'm a sucker for white hair. This character, ZZ, is actually also where the name Powers of False Judgment comes from. He is the OC that inspired that name, and I've just stuck with it ever since. This was notes for the makeup class that I was in, or it was a fashion class that was taught by the same professor, and we had to make a outfit out of duct tape and trash bags, basically, or like plastic tablecloths, and this was the note and measurements that I took and we used to try and make this outfit. I believe this was a character of mine named Shiro, but I don't remember because the hair is really generic and the face is also really generic and I never really finished this. I think it's Shiro because I think that was supposed to be a Galigar costume. I think this was unfinished Eve fan art from the, like, the pictures part where she has to solve the riddle. Some unfinished comic that I never finished, unless... No, this was, thumbnails that I did for Artists at the Ready, which I didn't get in, but I also wasn't at a skill level to get in at the time. Some sort of unfinished sketch. More Salem, and then this is my OC Seti, who is Salem's queer platonic partner. And I think this was my version of a chibi at the time. It wasn't very good. This is Titus. He is a cranky rooster shapeshifter character who is a complete asshole. Character that I had named Casey. He was basically like an alternate mirror version of ZZ. So hence the reversed hair colors, and I was not good at drawing body anatomy back then. More Casey. I think I was trying angles with this one, but it still wasn't very good. A bleed page I just left in there. I can kind of see a figure, but I don't know what it was. Some shoe running thing. Another bleed page. Blank page. Well, I left a lot of blank pages here. Wow. Sketch that I never finished. I don't know what it is. I don't remember what this is. I think this might be thumbnails for something, but I don't know because I can't read that. My handwriting is crap and those thumbnails are really bad. I think this was going to be a redraw, but I never finished it. This, I do recognize this one. This is a picture sketch that I never finished of one of my characters who was only known as the Bard. And he had a very distinctive facial shape and, like, eye shape around that time, so I very distinctly know who this is. He doesn't actually have a name, or, like, he does, but he doesn't like giving people his name because he's afraid that they're going to use it against him because of, like, true name magic. A sketch of a character that I sort of had, I don't really draw her anymore. Her name is Cymbeline, and she's a werewolf. Stupid doodle that I did of my OC Detivo and my OC Vinca. And this was from another OCT I was in called Free Your OC, that's my current group. Bird's Resurrection, and these were some of the competitors. That's Freema. She belongs to my friend Kira. I don't remember who these characters belong to, but I remember they were competitors in the tournament. And yeah, as you can see, I didn't do a lot in here that I actually kept. It's mostly just stuff that I didn't finish. And these are just all generally Strathmore except for the last one, but I'll explain that one. This one's a 400 series. I didn't, it was like $6. I didn't really use anything besides these around that time. So this is a 400 series, and this is also a 400 series. I don't really know the difference between these except this one's recycled. But yeah, it's 100 sheets, 5.5 by 8.5, just like I usually use. You can see I generally stick to the same size sketchbook every single time, just because it's nice, portable, and easy to use. And after 4 years of using a sketchbook this size, I cannot draw any bigger. I mean, I can, but it's just not super comfortable for me. So this one was from September till late December-ish 2013. It's really hard to say. I don't know exact dates because I was not dating things around this time. This is another character from Bird's Resurrection. I remember him. His name was Alexander Patches, and he was my first round opponent. It's Esperanza and Judy Fletcher, more Bird's Resurrection OCT opponents. This was the thumbnail I did for my round 1 cover. This is a Hellhound character that I had at one point. I believe his name was Jacob, and he was a weird scene emo kid who hated his life because he was stuck with his appearance, and like he had grown out of it, but he couldn't change his appearance because he was like a hellhound who turned into a person, but like this is part of his hell. Another hell beast monster bird thing that has a mouth on its back instead of actual like skull. I think this was another hell beast creature person who could shapeshift. Don't remember what I was doing with her. Sibel was a character that I did for a very brief time for a campaign I was in. She was basically like a Little Red Riding Hood type fairy tale story, and she was blind. Sketches of my OC Cole. He is a lawyer who can travel through time. This is a Larico. And I don't know if this is the first time I drew him. I don't think it was, but it was one of the most memorable times I drew him, I know, because this was around the time in RP I was using him in, where he took over his country, and everyone basically started to hate him because he threw a revolution and overthrew the government, and the people didn't like that because they liked their government. I believe this is Princess the Pauper inspired stuff with Casey, and this is Sage. This is when I started giving him freckles. Sage is another one of my OCs who is currently basically like an AI ghost type thing. He works like an AI normally, but he's not actually an artificial intelligence. He's a ghost who's possessing a computer. And this one, in this AU, I think he's just human, but he tends to have circuitry themed stuff, hence the little clasps there. This is a sketch of a character named Anthony, and he is a Beetle Gajinka. I think this is when I was on Flight Rising and I was like drawing my dragons as humans. So this was Silverwood. This was Ice Envy. I don't remember if I named that one before she was traded to me. Another picture of my character's Cole, and that's his bodyguard Tybalt. And I actually lined some of this, and I don't really remember much besides that. I don't know why I didn't finish this. I normally finish it, but look at that spiky hair. God. I was really not great with anatomy on these, but I tried, kind of. Just boxes for chests and cylinders for arms, but I tried. I think this was an attempt to draw myself as a dog getting hit in the face with a ball that was thrown, because I am not a smart person all the time. But I can't draw animals, and I still can't draw animals, so that's just kind of weird. This is a character I have. His name is Kyle, and he is a merman. And he is a catfish, wolffish merman, technically. I believe the slang is wolffish, but the type is like Atlantic catfish or something. I don't really understand how that naming system works, but yeah. More Cole, and then this is Bartender from another OCT is in called Tumbler Rumbler. Oh, I think this is my friend Evie's character Oscar again, and he was a superhero. Notes about ordering food. I think this one is actually upside down, because I think it's supposed to go like this, because I think I drew upside down by accident. But this is Alarico as I think he was like a Sableye Gajinka at some point or something, and he was like in a Pokemon prison and everyone had uniforms and stuff. I don't remember distinctly, but yeah, and I know that he was hanging upside down, hence the hair going that way. Looking at the weapon, I think this is supposed to be one of my Archangel characters, Azrael, who fights with like a sickle. Bennett and Dan, two of my oldest OCs who are a couple. Don't remember what this is, but it was a sketch that I never finished. Tybalt's headshot in old armor that I didn't do very well because I was not good at draping clothes at that time. More Tybalt and Cole. Cole smokes. Tybalt doesn't like that because how is he supposed to guard him from things that are going to kill him if he's slowly killing himself through cigarettes? Excuse the train in the background and the phone in the background. I don't remember what this is. I think this is an OC I have named Thalia. This is Sage again, and this is him as a human, because I think I was considering throwing him into another OCT. Bird's Resurrection, this is Vinka, and that's Kyrie. And Kyrie was from Texas, and Vinka comes from, like, deep Alabama South, but he hides his accent most of the time, because he works in the fashion industry, and he doesn't like being underestimated for having a stupid accent. And not that the accent's stupid, he thought it sounded stupid, and he didn't think that people were taking him seriously, so he hid it. But he uses it when he goes home, and if people talk to him in a southern accent, he responds in a southern accent, because that's how he talks to his family. More Sage sketches where I was trying to figure out his hair, I think, because this is how I originally drew his hair, but it looked really, really flat and needed more volume, so I tried a few more things. Oh, these were sketch ideas for the Hunger Games OCTOs, and where I was District 5, and so the parade outfits, we were trying to figure out a theme for them, and this was a bunch of thumbnails that we did for testing out different outfit ideas and weapon ideas to go with the outfit. I believe we went with some sort of like lordly knight type thing. And I think this is the thumbnail that I did for the actual sketch. This ended up being a collab that I don't know if I currently have, because I don't think it's on my account. I'd have to go look for that. But yeah, this is like thumbnail stuff that I did for that. More Cole, Tybalt again, and this was supposed to be his girlfriend coffee, that's owned by my sister, but I at that time was not very good at drawing bugs, nor was I very good at drawing round things. I have gotten much, much, much better at that. This is more stuff from a witch alternate universe, with Tybalt and Coffee. Bennett and Coffee this is my character Bennett. He and Coffee don't really get along, but Coffee is one of those characters who brings out how, like, talkbacky, sassy's I guess the closest word, but I don't like that word for Bennett particularly. Bennett mouths off to Coffee a lot, which he doesn't normally do. A quick comic with my character Ame and my friend's character Garen, when he, like, wakes up in the afterlife and gets hit by a water balloon. And then Cole, Coffee, and Tybalt. I believe this is some sort of threads of time drawing that I was sketching out that I never finished, about how Coffee and Cole can change timelines, but that's gonna end up biting them in the butt at some point. And yeah, I guess I taped this in later. I know what this is. I cannot show you because it is not safe for work and YouTube would pull me. But yeah, and this is notes from class. So there's that sketchbook. Again, it's really like a bunch of stuff that I never really finished and just scribbled, I guess. This one is when I started kind of putting stickers on it just to differentiate themselves, because like I had like these three and I couldn't tell which one was which otherwise. So this is when I started like putting stickers on things. These, I remember I got these at camp because one of the campers had mustaches and I stuck them on there. Covered up some personal information. This is Dan's brother Ren. and I was trying to do an age thing that didn't really turn out. Tybalt with cat ears because, haha, Tybalt's king of cats. Oh, I took the sketchbook to Anime Midwest 2013, and I had people who I got into autograph lines with sign my sketchbook because I thought that was cool and it was important to me at the time. So that's Doug and Rob Walker. These are sketches I did of Dan and his brother Ren. More sketches I did at the con. This is Sadik. I think this is another Vinca because he has the tattoo on the side of his face, but he always changes his hair, so it's hard to tell. Bennett, Sadik's grandfather, Tyvane, who is eternally young because these two are vampires, and a character I have named Kali. Fan art of Italy, and that's Death the Kid, because I went to see Todd Habercorn because I'm a huge fan of Fire Emblem Awakening, and specifically Morgan. But I also drew the other two because I was in line and I was excited to see him, and he signed both of the pages. More stuff with Sage, Dan, and this is a character I had named Heyman, who is like a really creepy, like, Nuzlocke horror-themed Gardevoir. Lewis Lovehog / Linkara signed this one. This is a headshot of my character Jerry. I don't remember what this was. This was the channel Awesome group at the time, the Nostalgia Critic crew. I think this is a concept for a Bug Girl. I don't think I ever finished it, but I've much better at drawing bug legs since then. A lot of my vampire characters, except that one. That one belongs to my friend Cake. So that's Sadik and Raid. Raid comes from Syria? I'm not positive. I don't remember. I have to double check. Tyvane, who's Sadik's grandfather. Mina and Nicolo. Nicolo's from Italy, and Mina is... I don't use her anymore. This is my character Puck, whose real name is Larities, and I was trying to draw him in an updated outfit that didn't really turn out. This was another character who was a Gengar Gajinka, but I don't remember what I was doing with him, and I never really used him. Notes on something that I can't read. This is Cecil from Night Vale. More Cecil from Night Vale. An OC that I kind of sort of use still, but not frequently. This is Emile, and she's a Djinn, and instead of coming out of a lamp, she comes out of tea lights. So she's like a fire elemental. More Sage and some Bennetts. Vinca's parents. This is my friend's OC, Lysander. More Vinca sketches, because I was trying to figure out his hair at the time. Don't remember what this was, but... Oh, it's Elodie. Her current name is Boss, actually, but her name used to be Elodie. Some Tybalt line art that I scanned later for a reference sheet. A Percy Jackson-themed OC named Eugenius Valjean, son of Hermes. He's a little shit. And some random fairy sketches, I think. And yeah, this is a really uninteresting, like, sketchbook flip through because this is just really old art that I don't have much to say on besides, oh god, it's old. So I'm sorry about the cut. I got interrupted, and the last part of my footage basically is gonna be cut out because I was interrupted by a doorbell. Excuse me. So, yeah, we were on this one. And what I was saying before was this one is different because it comes from when I took an abroad trip to Costa Rica in 2012. I didn't start using it until 2013, 2014, but basically I like collecting sketchbooks from places I go so that I remember where I was, and I think it's just a cool thing to have. I will use it and then store it, and it's not like it's gonna be some souvenir that's just sitting on my desk. So yeah, this is a Wave Quest sketchbook, 80 sheets. This is a recycled banana leaf sketchbook, I believe, and it saves like 17 trees or something. It's pretty cool. So here's the Costa Rica stuff. This, I guess you could pause this if you really wanted to like know the information about it. But yeah, it's made out of recycled, I believe it's banana leaves, but I'm not positive. But it's got this really nice texture to it that I really enjoyed, but also might not be for everyone if you don't really like texture. So I started this one in October of 2013 and ended in April of 2014. I think I was sketchbook hopping around this time. But there are a few sketches in here from 2012, but then I stopped, put it away, and then came back to it later. So yeah. These were the sketches from around 2012. This is Cole when I was trying to figure out his time powers. I can't turn pages today. This is Tybalt. Tybalt again when he's being possessed by Cole's time powers. And I think this is when I started to switch over. I had a really bad case of balloon head when I was younger. I fixed it later, but gosh. Bennett, his son Slate, and other son Blaine. This is one of my friend's characters, Bend. She was like a ninja or something. This is Ashley. This is Parsifal's daughter. I don't really use her very much. Cole and my sister's character, Theo. An old drawing of Bennett. This is, see, look, it's a balloon. It's a balloon. This is more Theophrastus. More of the Bard. He likes to use false names and blatantly lie about people and who his parents are, so this is not the first time he has gone up to someone and said, "Hi, I'm your kid," when he's not actually their kid. I believe this is Ramses. This is my friend's character. More Parsifal. I think this is Elodie again. This is some sort of attempt at a version of a character who I later, I think this was either Mikey or Alarico, I'm not sure which. More Cole. More Cole. TiVo as an older man, as a Hunger Games game maker. There's a lot of Cole in this sketchbook because I was using him at the time in a tournament. Bennett and Theo do not like each other. Kodo and Vinka cracked ship kissing thing for a meme that I think I was doing, an Ask meme. Tivo and Vinka. Cole and Tybalt. A bunch of sketches. I don't remember. I think this was a character name. His name was Jophiel, I think. He was one of my Archangel characters. Tara and Tiefin. This is Tara and her husband Tiefin. And they are scientists that are questionably moral. Jophiel again. This was from a group meme thing I was in called God Mode, where it was like all gods of different types and different pantheons. Titus again. Random sketches that I do not recognize or remember. This is Cherry. This is Theo's daughter. I think these are sketches of a character I later named Dakota. I think that's a version of Sage and Dakota. Yeah, this was my God Mode character. His name was Wim, and he was a corrupt god of justice. That's one of his friends. That's Fire Hazard. I think I mentioned her in another video at one point. That is Stage. He is god of theater. He's owned by my friend. Sketches for a character I named, whose name was Copper Pierce. I don't think I did anything with her. I think this was a version of Stage, the god. I don't remember. This is D. He's a character of mine who is part of a traveling triad. D with his boyfriend and his girlfriend. Wim as a goat, and one of the other gods, Uzu, as I think she was either a rabbit or a dragon. I don't remember which. It looks like a rabbit or a dog, but I was not very good at drawing animal traits either, so she could very well be a dragon. Wim again. Sketch of Terra and Tiefin that never finished. Wim again. Wim died a lot in God mode because he was a huge dick. So he died a lot. Wim's son, Blink. This is Kyle again. He's my merman from one of the earlier sketchbooks. He's also a werewolf, except it's very painful to turn into a werewolf when you're a merman first, because you have to grow legs and it's very painful. Blink. Blink has the godly ability to escape from anything, but doesn't always work because he doesn't always have control of his powers. Wim and some Pitch Perfect theme stuff. I believe this was some sort of mechanical robot design that I was working on, but I never really finished it. Wim and another god named Mo. She's a goddess of emotions. Apparently they have very similar voices and people can't tell them apart. So there was a voice swap and they sound the same. Didn't change. This is one of my friend's characters, Felix. He's a Cyclops. Felix belongs to the same person that owns Mo. Bleed page, sketch never finished. Looks like Azrael again. Blink, making fun of Stage, I believe. Another Cyclops character. This one was mine. I don't think I actually did anything with her, and I think she was in fact repurposed later. Bleed page, random headshot, sketch never finished. This is Samael. He's Azrael's dad in my Archangel universe, and this is his, like, true form, as in, like, this is the form he takes when he is not putting on a glamour to look like humans. He is a terrifying giant snake line with a bunch of eyes everywhere. Sketches of King Tybalt when I was sketching with blue lead. I believe this is a friend's character of mine named Gareth, and some sort of demon thing that I was doodling. This is for the first sketches of my character Anane. He is a son of Anansi, and I don't know what to say besides he likes spiders. Oh, he's a doctor. This is Tybalt and Theo. Sketches of one of my characters. His name is Leon, and he's a vampire, and he works with Colden here. And Colden is a detective. He's also like an immortal soul fragment that was put into his own body. So, and then another headshot of Tybalt. And I think this is Lydon. I was about to say Colden, but looking at the eyes and the way I drew the eyes, that is absolutely Lydon. Because he also changes appearance a lot. But yeah, this is not as bad as I thought, but I can see a lot of flaws in it, like balloon heads everywhere, very little head proportion to the rest of the body. I didn't know how to draw anything except standard bodied people. I wouldn't even call them skinny. They're just like tubes. Gotten much better since then, but yeah. These were my sketchbooks from 2013. So, as I apologize for this being boring. I don't really have much to say besides this is old art and it's not very great in terms of like my personal standards, or rather I can see a lot of flaws in it. I have improved a lot since 2013, but that makes me feel good because I've improved a lot since 2013. As usual, if you have any questions or topics you'd like me to talk about, you can put that in the description or message me on any of my social medias, which are also in the description. And I don't think I mentioned any links that I'm going to be putting down in the description, but yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I appreciate all of your support. Bye-bye!